Okay, it's 7 o'clock. Let's begin. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome to 10 Luminous Emanations in this amazing studio. So as every week, we're going to start soon with a short meditation. I know last week we didn't have the class, maybe 2 weeks ago. I hope you remembered what we studied. If not, it's also okay. Every week it's a new week and a new energy, new consciousness. So if you can, just don't fall asleep, close your eyes for a few seconds. We're going to do a short meditation just to focus our energy. We know that 10 luminous emanations, not necessarily it's about to have the understanding and to remember everything. We're just connecting with the energy of Tree of Life. And when the right moment that we need this energy, it will appear. It says when the student is ready, the teacher appear. So we're making the connection, and I'm sure you face in your life different situations that you look for an answer, you look for a solution, and a thought came to your mind, or suddenly you remember something that one of the teachers said in one of the classes, and it kind of opened a new way for you to receive more answers. So we would like to focus our energy and to receive, each one of us, a message that can support and help us in our own journey, and especially right now, in this very special time that we facing in the time of Chavle Mashiach, the string of Messiah. So if you can, just close your eyes, take a deep breath to your lower belly, relax your thoughts, relax your body parts. We would like to connect with the here and now, to focus our energy in this moment, in time. Just clear your mind from, from the day, the entire week. What's important right now is this moment, and we would like to connect and to receive a message that will empower each one of us and will make us more excited about our spiritual work and connecting with the lives of the Creator and sharing this light with the entire world. Continue meditating. I'm going to read a verse from Rav Ashlag. לפני הצמצום היה אינסוף ממלא כל המציאות. דע, כי טרם שנאצלו הנאצלים ונבראו הנבראים, היה אור עליון פשוט ממלא כל המציאות, ולא היה שום מקום פנוי בבחינת אוויר ריקני וחלל, אלא היה הכל ממולא מן אור אינסוף פשוט ההוא, ולא היה לו לא בחינת ראש ולא בחינת סוף, אלא הכל היה אור א' פשוט, שווה בהשוואה א', והוא הנקרא אור אינסוף. You can open your eyes. And before we start, someone want to say something, to ask a question about the last class, to share with us what he remembers from last class. If yes, you just need to unmute yourself, and you can talk. Nice. Okay. So if you have any questions in the class, you can ask. So let's read from Rav Ashlag. And last time we talked more about the 4 phases and about the tzinor, the pipe, and the line, the kav, and about the masach. Right? We have a few words that we deal with. The masach, it was a new word. You know, the masach represents the energy of restriction, that we push in the energy to the upper world and receiving the blessings into our vessel. And now Rav Ashlag continues and saying, מה שמדייק הרב במילת אחד, what the Rav, when he says the Rav, it means the Ari HaKadosh. So when the Ari HaKadosh is saying the word אחד, one, הוא להוציא את תיקון שלושת הקווים שנעשו בעולם אצילות. He's saying that when he mentioned the word אחד, it's to reveal the correction of the three-column system that in the world of formation, עולם אצילות, ומשמענו שבעולם אדם קדמון, עדיין אין כאן תיקון זה של ג' קווים. And in the world of אדם קדמון, there's no yet the correction of the three-column system. אלא רק קו אחד בלבד. But what there is over there is just one line. Remember, circles, there's no beginning, there's no end, right? And line, there is beginning and end. וטעם הדבר הוא, מפני שעניין תיקון של ג' הקווים נעשה לאחר זה בעולם האצילות. And why is that? Because the correction of those three-column system happens afterward in the עולם האצילות, in the world of formation. והוא נמשך מדבר השיתוף של מידת הרחמים בדין. And it happened because, it's beautiful what I'm saying here, because of the way that the unification or togetherness, that the level of mercy and the level of judgment, they worked together. Can you imagine? Because of the unification or the work that they did together, the level of mercy and the level of judgment. So let's read a little bit more and then we're going to start to explain. כמו שכתוב במקומו, וכאן אנו עוסקים בעולם אדם קדמון, שעדיין לא נעשה השיתוף הזה, ועל כן אין כאן אלא קו אחד בלבד. And saying this is why what we're dealing here, like in the world of Adam Kadmon, it's another world. There's no yet the unification in this place that's called Adam Kadmon. And this is why here we're talking just about one line, echad. Now let's go back a little bit and talk a little bit about that unification of the level of mercy, bedin, that the level of mercy work in the level of judgment, right? So if we think about it, you know, what's happened right now in the world, we know that the blessings want to come to this world. Remember, we studied in one of the classes of Rav Ashlag, there are special pipes that the energy of the 10 emanations need to come through the pipe, it to be pure till it revealed to this world. But it depends on the desire and the craving of us here in this world, how much we push in and we can reveal this pure light to the world. Now, when there is darkness, as the Rav explained, it's a lack of light. Because we know darkness is illusion, right? Sometimes we might believe in the darkness more than we believe in the light. Why? Because we can see it, we can we're facing it, we have different obstacles. We see that there is night and day, right? Sometimes we can feel sad, we can feel upset. We feel different things that actually relate with darkness. But we know that darkness, as the Rav explained, it's illusion. It doesn't really exist, you know? Many times we can create even movies in our head, in our thoughts. We can create even things that don't exist, and then we have feelings about it from something that don't even exist. I heard something, I create a movie in my head, it doesn't exist, and I believe in it. I believe in it. And there is a beautiful story that the Rav used to share. It was a couple that supposed to get married. And you know, back in the days, the father and the two fathers, they created a deal, and each one give money and everything. And in week before, the father of the groom canceled the wedding. Nobody knows why. He didn't give any explanation, just canceled the wedding, no wedding. So for sure, you can imagine that how the bride and the groom will feel, and all the preparations and all the money and everything they actually invest. But, that was happened. And this guy disappeared. They never saw him again. So after like around 20 years, the father of the bride, he went to one of the next town and one of the stores, and he see the guy over there. So told him, hey, how are you? What's going on? My daughter is already married and she's happy, and I assume your son is happy and he married, but can you please tell me, I don't know what's happened, but why you canceled the wedding? So he said, how I canceled the wedding? Because you lied to me. Said, I lied to you? What I did? Said, you didn't tell me that your brother is in prison and is a criminal. So I said, my brother? I don't have a brother. I have just one sister. So what's happened to us, in life, that we believe to a word that somebody is saying, we create in a movie, and we can take an action, and usually it's a negative action, before even we check in the whole truth behind it. And if we think about how many times we're doing it, when we're doing it, so what we do actually, we don't do restriction. We close in the pipe and the energy cannot reveal. Now, the way Rav Ashlag saying here, the correction of the 3-column system, it's when the mercy is actually inside of the judgment. They are together. Because judgment always will try to do what? To push us to create a change. Judgments will push us to create a change. Imagine if there's no obstacles, everything is good, everything you ask from people, they say yes, yes, yes. Everything is yes, 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 yes. Maybe in the first day, it's going to be amazing. Second day, also going to be amazing. But after a few days, it's going to be weird. Because why? Remember, we can receive the light when there is restriction. When no one pushing the energy toward us, maybe when no one give us imagine you're playing soccer or basketball, and everybody just helping you to do what? To score the goal. So there's no opponent. How are you going to feel? At the beginning, again, we're going to feel maybe good, but then it's boring. It's boring because I don't have that restriction. Somebody pushing me and I need to restrict. I need to push back, right? So I don't feel the resistance. If we don't have resistance, we can't actually reveal the light. So the judgment, first of all, they are there because things we created, right, in the past. We don't remember what we created, but we create them. They're going around and they're coming back to us in the time that we're not ready, but in the time that we can correct them. We have the ability, we have the knowledge to correct them. Usually, we don't like it, we push it back. So, again, let's go why we push it back. When I was saying the mercy inside of the judgment, right? We need to, let's call it, train our consciousness to work with mercy in the judgment moment, in judgment time. I need to train myself to work with mercy in judgment time. Now, judgment time, let's try not to go to crazy situations. We need to pay attention, first of all, to everyday moments, everyday challenges. It can be a talk with my husband, with my wife, with my friend, with my neighbor, with my coworker, with my boss, mundane things, and how I can bring the mercy into the judgment. Now, judgment, not necessarily each one of us will feel in the same situation that it's a judgment. According my correction, according what I need to overcome right now, this is how I feel if it's judgment or not. It means we can have two people or few people standing and the boss is talking or someone else is talking, and one of them suddenly feel upset or angry. And the rest said, why are you doing a big deal from it? It's okay. Why? Because he has something over there that he need to correct. When the judgment appear, it means like something I feel from the inside. That right now I want to scream, to be angry, to be upset. I'm right. All of those, I want to judge. I want to blame the other person. I don't want to take responsibility right now, right? So for me right now, what I'm facing right now, I'm facing judgment. I'm not facing like happiness. And my behavior right now is a behavior of what? Of just one column, the left column. Without what? Without the mercy. We need to start to train ourselves. First of all, in a regular day, when we don't have those crazy judgments in our thoughts, we need to start to train our brain to be more with, or to judge everything with in a mercy way. Everything in a mercy way. It's a matter of training my thoughts, training my brain. It's something we're not used to do because why? When we meeting someone or a situation, right? What is the first thing that we see? First thing we see, what is wrong? It's hard for us to see, first of all, the good. You know, I think I give you this example. If your friend will buy even a $10,000 a dress or $10,000 a suit, but you know, they drove to the party and they drink a coffee, and then now they have a stain of coffee on the dress or on the suit. What do you think the first thing you will see? Yes, I will see the person, or when you come closer, I will see first of all the stain. And then my consciousness will stay where? In the stain. I don't care now if it's this dress cost 10,000 or this suit cost 10,000. I'm stuck with the stain. So for me, it's not complete. I'm not connecting with the rest of the 99% of the dress is clean. No, what bothers me right now is just one spot on the dress. For sure, it's bothered the person also, but when we see it, it's bothered us more because now my consciousness is about focusing on this stain. So this is why we need to start to train. The Kabbalah is saying we need to train ourselves to judge everything in a mercy way. Especially now when we are in this situation, right? The cosmos, special time in the cosmos, called Chevle Mashiach, the strings of Messiah. We know that we're missing right now, even though all of this situation is, thank God, it's in a mercy way, but we need to wake up and to inject more mercy in a proactive way in each situation. I don't need to wait that something will happen and I will behave with mercy. No, I need to inject more mercy in a proactive way. Why? Because first of all, I want the blessings. First of all, I want to train myself. When a judgment moment will come to my life, I will know how to put the mercy on the judgment and remove it away. Because then I'm creating what? The central column. I'm creating this restriction. But if I'm not trained enough, what will happen? When this moment of judgment will appear, I will take it. I will take the anger, I will take the judgment, I will take the blame, I will take everything that will come to mind, and I'm going to say it or write it, right? I'm going to communicate it with the world. So where is the central column? Where is the restriction? And we are spiritual people, right? So the thing is not going to happen in an automatic way. And right now, we need to inject more mercy into nature. First of all, it's my nature. I need to inject more mercy in my nature and to start to judge everything in a mercy way, because you know why? First of all, I don't know the story of the other person. We think we know, but what we know It's very superficial. We don't really know the depths of each person in this world. We don't know the person's soul, why his soul came to this world, what he came here to do. Do we know each person correction? How can I tell? Do we know our correction? So how we can judge the other person, right? So we're supposed to inject mercy in our nature, to inject mercy in nature, right? And when we do that, now when a situation appears, we're supposed to inject mercy and to lift the situation up. And why to lift the situation up? Because when we inject in mercy into the judgment, we're creating the central column. Now when the central column appear, the light can reveal. And now we're creating a circuitry that the light can appear inside of the vessel. So for us to, to take from this point of Rav Ashlag, first of all, is like to think about, right now, areas in our life, maybe not areas, even one area. Because remember, the Rav said that the Rav used to take one thing and work on this one thing even for a year till he uprooted from his system, right? One area, one thing. Let's think about one area in my life right now that maybe my thoughts, my words, my behavior is not with the mercy, not in a mercy way. Especially maybe it might be with people that you don't maybe really like, but they're still in your life. And think about, first of all, why this person in my life, why this situation in my life. And if it's in my movie, it means that I'm involved in this situation somehow, and I'm the one that can inject more mercy. And after I finish that, I create the central column. It might disappear, or it might stay with a better relationship and in different way, because I'm going to lift it to the different level of energy. But we need to stop waiting that the other person will do the first step. When you're hungry, I'm not sure you're waiting for someone to do the first step and go to the kitchen. If you're hungry, you just go to the kitchen and make your sandwich. If you want your coffee, you're just making your coffee. Or you can ask from someone, yes, to make you a coffee. But you're not waiting. You just have desire, you have craving, you go and you do. The same here. In spirituality, we need to be proactive. We need to be, we started before about that craving, that I'm craving the light. If we're asking, if you ask a person, think about it. What I'm asking now, it's a deep question actually. But think about it. When a person has craving, something that you crave for, whatever you like. I don't know, you like ice cream, you like pasta, you like Alfredo, whatever you like. You have craving to it. If somebody will mention that food, you're like, oh my God, I love it so much, I want it now. What is that one thing that you really, really like and crave? Pizza, anchovy, I don't know, something. So if someone will ask us, what you crave more, not what you want, what you crave more, that type of food every day, or you crave happiness every day. There is a huge difference, there is a huge difference between I want something and I'm craving something. Because craving, I will do anything that I can to achieve it. I want, I want, one day it will happen, One day I might be happy. One day I might have it. No. So why you don't say also about that one thing that you like? Yeah, one day I will have pizza. One day I will have, I don't know, schnitzel, whatever that thing. Why not? So we don't pay attention to those desires. In spiritual desires, which is, I'm doing something and I have this expectation that somehow it will work and will be okay. But we see that many, many times it's not happening. It's like, we can say, I can have a lot of junk food, and somehow, it will be okay. Maybe yes, maybe no. But in my car, I'm not putting water. It's cheap. Just put water in your tank. Why not? Because I know, over there in our car, we're not assuming that I will put water and it will be okay, right? Because I know it's not going to be okay. But also, the light gives us specific rules that we're supposed to follow. But we say, you know what? Let me do it like that, and it will be okay. But you know why? Why we feel like that? Because from the point of the light is merciful. And the light gives us the time to change. Give us the frame of time to change. Now, in that frame of time, we think like, oh, nothing happened. Everything is still okay. So instead of waking up and changing, what we're doing, we're continuing our negative behavior, hurting ourselves and hurting others with no mercy. And we're still good people. We can be good people. We can go, it doesn't mean we are bad people. But all of those moments of desire to receive oneself alone, we activate in judgment and not mercy. And the Kabbalists, they're saying in Pirkei Avot, we should judge each person in this world in a mercy way. It was a Kabbalist, I forgot his name, whoever they bring to him, whatever situation they bring him, he find the good in each situation and he transform and judge it in a mercy way. So it means we can also do it. If I'm seeking for the good, if I'm seeking to even have mercy in my life, I want people to judge me in a mercy way, I need first to do it. I need to open this channel, this pipe of mercy. I need first to do it. Now, I'm not saying it's simple, but the Kabbalah is telling us that we can do it. It's just a matter of choice. I need to choose to do it. And now it's a very, very special time that we all need, individually and together as one unified soul, we need to inject more mercy. Look into your life. Find the area that you're missing mercy over there and inject mercy over there, okay? And then we create the central column, receiving all the blessings from the light. Now as I continue and saying, וביאת האור לכלי הקבלה של הנאצל, מכונה בשם התפשטות. And when the light enter into the vessel, that word called התפשטות. You can say it at home, התפשטות, like the light spread itself into the vessel. וכבר נדבר לאל שכלי הקבלה שבנאצל הזה מכונה בשם צינור. And he says, we explained before that the vessel to receive that light called צינור, channel. יש ערך ידוע להבחין במדרגות של לידת פרצוף, ששם מכונות 4 בחינות שברצון בשמות אור, מים רקיע, 100 ברכות, או 100 שערים. Rabbi Ashlag saying, so we can differentiate the levels of the birth of Partzuf. What is Partzuf? Like face. Partzuf is the entire Sfirot, the entire 10 emanations, okay? And he says that in the Partzuf, we can say the 4 levels of the desire. And he says their names of those 4 levels, it's light, water, heaven and 100 blessings or 100 gates, okay? 4 names: light, water, heaven, and 100 blessings or 100 gates. והוא מטעם התחלפות האורות שלו במקומם, שמשום החילוף הזה מקבל האור צורת מים, כמו שכתוב במקומו. He says why? Because there is sometimes that the light changing form, changing vessels. This is why sometimes it can be water, sometimes it can be light, sometimes it can be 100 blessings, and sometimes can be a heaven. Different type of ways that the light reveal. ומשמיענו הרב ששורש דבר זה נעשה כאן עם ביאת הקו, שהאור המתפשט בבחינת הקו נבחן כלפי האור העליון לבחינת מים. So here he's saying that the Ari explain that the root of that level, that it can change and transform itself, it's because the kav, the line appeared. שהאור המתפשט בבחינת הקו נבחן כלפי האור העליון לבחינת מים. Because when we're talking about the kav, he says that the kav, according to the upper light, it's considered to be the level of water. The level of water, he's not explaining why, we just explain how does it work in the upper world. ועל כן מדייק מימי אור העליון של אור אינסוף, the upper water of the upper light of the endless. שעם התפשטות האור אל צינור הדק, when the light is spreading itself into that thin pipe, נגרע האור מאוד מערכו שבאינסוף, ונבחן לבחינת מים בערך הקודם. So now we consider to be, he's coming out from the endless, and now we consider to be the level of water. We know there is also something they call the upper water. There is upper water and there is water in our world. I'm not sure it's the same water that we understand, because nothing is physical in the upper world, but still the name of that place, it's of this type of light, it's considered the water. Now, if we're thinking about the line and the circle, okay? Then let's take it a little bit to our life. And we talked before, I was explaining about the mercy in the judgment, and then how we create the central column. Like this is the correction to correct the central column, right? To create the central column. So let's think about our life, what do I want to have? What is my agenda? My agenda need to be that I want the light of the Creator. This needs to be my desire. And I want to receive the energy, from the light. Yes, it might come through people, because, the light not going to come to your house and knock on the door. Hi, good morning, I'm God, and I bring you a couple of cubes of light, right? It's not like Amazon.com. So, but my desire need to be, I want the light to reveal into my vessel, because I want to have more, because I want to share more. Now, if this is my agenda, let's say this is our agenda, okay? We need to have the thought of working as a line or as a circle. I want continuity like circuitry, or I want things to end. Beginning and end. Now, the way we think, unfortunately, and we can check it almost in everything, but usually when the days start, we're supposed to wake up with the day. We're supposed to wake up the day. But usually a person is like to sleep a little bit more, and they sleep after the day start already. Like after dawn, after dawn, there's this time, and then sunrise, right? So usually the person is not waking up before dawn, or not necessarily before sunrise, right? So what's happened, we already start our day with a lot of energy of what? If you think about it, if the day starts, if the light already inject the light of mercy inside of the day, and I'm choosing to, let's say, sleep more, right? So I'm choosing what, actually? Because why are we choosing to sleep more? Who telling us to sleep more? The soul or the body? The body, right? Who is tired? The soul or the body? So let's say if 6 hours didn't do it, so why I think another hour or half an hour will do it? Or sometimes even 8 hours, and we can wake up very tired, right? So we just with that simple example, we wake up already with empty space without even paying attention. Without paying attention. So it means Satan already tricks us before even we wake up, before the day start. So it means we're not having the control. We put the snooze, 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 snooze. And then we feel like, oh, but I earn a few minutes more of what? You really got this energy, right? So why not sleep in just 5 minutes and you awake the rest of the time? Because if 6 hours didn't do it, and just 5 minutes more or 1 hour more, maybe you should sleep just 1 hour. What do you think? No, come on. Right? So what does it mean for us? It means already we've been tricked. We've been tricked. And now we start in the day with that type of consciousness. And now what's happened, we didn't even fight. We just like, yeah, snooze, snooze, snooze. Yeah, no fight even. You didn't like jump from bed. When a kid, when there is school time, he doesn't want to go to school, right? It's very hard to wake him up. But when we tell the kid that you're going to Orlando, right? He will wake up before even the parents, no? And he will wake them up. Let's come on, wake up, we need to go, right? Well, he's so excited. Why? Right now, he feels the light. He feels the joy. So he's not tired. How come he's not tired? But to go to school, he's tired, right? The same with us. We're still kids. We're still kids. So if you have a flight, you need to go to Rosh Hashanah, you need to go to Israel, you need to go to Morocco trip, right? And you're excited, you will take the flight even 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. Before dawn, before sunrise. And you feel like energized. Why? Because you're excited to go. Even you might sleep maybe 2 hours. Because you're excited. We have the light. Okay? So, sorry. So, if I want things not to end, I need to start to think in a circuitry way. So as we mentioned before, that I was explaining about the mercy, in each situation, I need to ask myself, when we injected the mercy, what can I do right now that I will create a circuitry and not begin and end? Because usually we want to win, but we want to win right now. We're not connecting with the big picture. I want to win now. You need to agree with me now. You need to say to me that you agree now. Say you love me now. Say thank you now, right? But not necessarily if a person will agree with us and say yes or no, we will feel good from it, right? How many times we didn't? And then the fight even go to different levels of like, oh, you don't mean it. What do you mean? You said, you don't mean, I agree with you. No, you don't mean it. You should mean it. Oh my God. Now we have another fight, right? So what we're doing by being right and force the other person to agree with us, or to say yes and no, to say I love you, not love you, right? What we're doing, we're not behaving, one, not with mercy, two, not in a circle way, not with circuitry. So how the light can reveal even into this situation, and how I can have, which seed I'm planting to my future even. Leave just right now this situation, because the situation doesn't end right now. I might plant right now more negative seeds that I will see it in the future. Why? Because I didn't see that I need to create circuitry. Because if I want to be happy, I want to be happy all the time. So it means I have that circuitry. I want love, I want to have love all the time. Everything that we want from the point of blessings, I want it all the time. But if I want it all the time, then the Rav said, the Rav want everything to belong to the Rav, all the money of the world, everything. But the Rav know that if the Rav wants everything, the Rav need to give everything. So the same way that I want everything to be in a circuit way, that I will feel the fulfillment always, I also need to behave in that way of mercy and to have the thoughts of circuitry. I need to stop thinking about beginning and end. We're thinking about beginning and end all the time without paying attention. I'm starting the day, I finish the day. I'm starting the day when I'm going to finish the day. I start the workout when I'm going to finish the workout. I'm doing this all the time. So then what's happened, we're not living in the present moment. We're living in the beginning and in the end. Beginning and the end. Oh, I done, I finished, I did. Okay, now what? Why? And we know that everything is connected. Everything is one. So if everything is one, I need to start to think that everything is connected. My work, my gym, my family, my car, my kids, my dogs, my friends, my boss, my Kabbalah study, everything is one. We are one, right? Thank God in each person there are 248 body parts, right? And so many other things, right? And thank God, they're working in a perfect way without us telling them what to do. Imagine if all day long we need to tell our body parts what to do and what their job and how they're supposed to feel when I'm saying this or that. But no, it's working in a perfect way. So thank God there is a circuitry. Till when? When we destroy. And then what? Now we're asking for help. But we need to stop destroying the circuitry, because the light works in a perfect way. The universe works in a perfect way. Our body works in a perfect way. We just need to concentrate to do our spiritual work and to stop destroying the circuitry. So we need to start to train our brain, right, and our thoughts, yes, to inject mercy, and also to start to think in a circuitry way, in a circle. It means there's no beginning, there's no end. Everything is one. And right now, even though I'm right, 100% I'm right. Before I'm saying something, I need to ask myself, what do I want from this situation? How I want it to begin and to end? Do I want to have continuation after? Or I just want to create a big fight and be right? And then that's it. The light cannot reveal in that type of vessel. He will reveal, but the energy will go to the opponent. And then I'm creating more judgments and not mercy. Okay? Let's listen to the Rav. I will share the... If you have any question, this is the time to ask before I'm changing screens.
What do you mean circuitry?
Circuitry means that in my mind, there's no beginning, there's no end. I don't care just about to win right now. I care about the collective. I care about, it's not just about the future. It's because, Satan tricks us. And he let us feel that doesn't matter, you can do whatever you want. You can behave you behave in a way of, we mentioned at the beginning of the class, we behave many times in a way of judgment, of anger, and we see like, oh, nothing happened. There's no such thing, nothing happened. A lot happening. First of all, in our body parts, in our consciousness, in our correction, and in the world.
Yes, I know that. Oh, thank you.
We're destroying little by little. This is why we don't see it, happen right away, okay? So circular would mean like I understand everything is one. I understand that each action I'm doing right now affect not just me, affecting the entire world. So I want to think twice if I want to behave with judgment, with anger, with all of those negative desires, or I want to do restriction, because remember what I was saying, that the mercy and the judgment, right, work in a way of creating central column. And this is like a circle, okay?
I understand. Thank you.
Is there a, excuse me, is there a 72 name for this?
To meditate on,
Yes.
maybe there is, I don't remember by heart right now, but if you have my phone number, if you can text me, I can check it out.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Michael,
Yes,
hi, how are you?
good, good. Who is that, please?
This is Lynn. Lynn. I had a situation 2 weeks ago in a class with the split off where I was asked to share, and as soon as I started to share, I was cut off, judged, and I kept talking, but I was uncomfortable, and I immediately wanted to react, but I didn't. I kept quiet and thought about it for 2 weeks, and I didn't contact the person, and then there was another class, and the person said hello, and I didn't answer because I thought about it, and I was going to bring it up in that, but I said, I don't want to do that. I was like, not humiliated, but embarrassed. I was judged, and I was treated rudely, and I didn't want to do the same thing back. So it was really hard to restrain. And the whole theme was love thy neighbor, which is what that was about, and respect. And so in the Zohar, it says something like, when you with the evil speech, that that sharing and saying something about somebody is just as bad as not telling the person, you know. So I was so confused with the whole situation, you know, and on the fence, should I contact the person? When you said full circuitry, that's when it clicked.
Okay, so let's put it in this way, that restriction, it doesn't mean not to confront the person. But when I would want to confront someone, I need to make sure that from my point of view, I'm not reactive to it anymore. And if I'm still reactive to it, it's better for me to stop, to work on myself. And then for sure, if you feel that you need, you know, if somebody did something wrong and you want to tell him that, you know, you might even help the person, but it can be in a reactive way, because then we're not going to achieve what we want to achieve. And the person is not going to understand, and we're going to get more upset and more angry, and we're going to feel like they hurt us and they don't understand us. And it's happened many times in our life. No, it's not just this example. There's many, many examples that happen in our life, right? But so the restriction is, first of all, for my reactive system. And after you feel that you calm down and everything is okay, now you can share it with the person. And it's not about what the person will say or not say. It means if the person will agree or not, this is his choice. But if his decision to agree or not will affect you, it means you didn't restrict and you didn't work on yourself. Okay?
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is a spiritual work. Nobody told us it's going to be easy. But this is what the Rav said. Everything is in our consciousness. Now, it doesn't mean people need to hurt us, so we need to agree for that. No, I'm not talking about that at all, for sure not. But we're talking about my reactive system, because I don't want to create more negativity. And again, we all fall, you know, and we're doing sometimes stupid mistakes, right? But we're on this path of changing. So I want to train myself more and more to inject mercy. And if something like that already happened, so I want to work myself that I will, whatever work and check why it's happened to me and why it's in my movie, what I can change. Maybe I might do it to different people in my life, right, without paying attention. And after I feel like you come and you're okay with that, now you just can share with the person, and whatever he will say, it's not your case anymore and not supposed to affect you. If it's affecting you, you need to check why it's affecting you it means you didn't work on it enough. Okay?
Right. And I looked at myself. Was I disrespecting somebody? Was I cutting somebody off? Was I doing judgment? So I checked myself as well. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Let's listen to the Rav.
So I will build that on top of the.
Okay,
So here we are going to be dealing with those phases which preceded that physical manifestation. That's how prayer. That's what prayer deals with. The Siddur, the Shachrit deals with that.
Your effective
Thank you.
release in those 4 stages. What's the reason for coming back again?
Once you have released those 4 phases, then you have made your tikkun.
There's no need to come.
No need to come back. Therefore, the Zohar says, and the Ari says, no one can effect the ultimate tikkun unless he studies Kabbalah. Why? Because how can you deal with something that you don't even know of its existence? If you think that all that is involved with is not to steal, at a certain level, let's say, I guess for most of us here, or all of us, who wants to go out after this study to murder? Is it because of the study? What about before you walked into the study? Did you want to murder? I guess most of us, if not all of us, never wanted to murder. So we've already made tikkun on murder. That's not true. Not true. What do you mean it's not true? Who here wants to murder? Anybody? Nobody. However, once you study Kabbalah, then you realize, and you've made a tikkun on a certain level, then you come tomorrow to a situation where someone has come to you and said, look, I want to employ this fellow. He needs a job. He's got a family. And his family literally hasn't got what to eat. What do you think about him? Him? I wouldn't hire him if he was the last fellow around. And he doesn't hire him.
You just couldn't.
You just killed him. This arousal and this consciousness of then saying, hey, wait a second. If I should tell this man what I really think of him, and it's true, then we get into another, but at least now he's going through a trip. Only because he has studied, but like this, you would say, well, his natural instinct is I should help him out. Man has come to ask me, what do I think about him, right? I should say what I think about him. Wait a second. Maybe you're not right. Maybe it's not right. Maybe the man is not what you think he is. Maybe you haven't given it enough thought. But there already, if you're not dealing with it, you're not going to think that much about it, and you could kill him. And maybe in essence, you did kill him. So while we can think of ourselves as being very puritanical and we don't want to steal, who wants to go into a store, into a bank with a gun?
It's amazing.
Here, I guess nobody does.
Portion of the week.
Is that the only
It's
way
Mitzvah.
one can steal? There are other levels of stealing. So to make tikkun does not necessarily mean that I haven't stolen and I haven't murdered, because there are many other areas that the soul, my soul, requires in the way of tikkun. But if I'm not aware and I'm not conscious of these different levels, that I do not arouse these levels, I don't bring him into a manifestation. It is like Adam Harishon, the Zohar says. What happened in the 6th day of creation? Why was Adam Harishon born the 6th day? Why not the 1st day? Who's more important? Adam or the plants or the stars? Which is more important? Adam Harishon. In fact, everything was created for Adam Harishon. So if that's the case, why was he created the last day? Because to indicate to us that when everything was all ready, it was ready and it wasn't ready. It was all in an animated state of suspension. The trees did not blossom. They had all this power ready to burst out. The heavens were full with rain, but it didn't rain, it says. But it had all this potential of the water coming right down. When did it happen? When Adam Rishon said, come down. In other words, that's the same thing with us in our daily life. If we're not aware of things, that this is my, if Adam Harishon did not know that he's supposed to say to the heavens, rain, it would not have rained.
But there are certain instincts in us that we say to ourselves, no, I'm not going to do that. This is wrong. The pneumiut, the inside of us, tells us to do certain things and not to do certain things in a right way. So how does it correspond here?
There are
Because
two reasons. There are two reasons why that instinct has come about. Number one, it came about not because of an effort, but as I said before, who wants to steal here? Would you think of going into a bank? Have you thought of going into a bank with a gun to steal?
Studying Kabbalah.
No, I said without studying Kabbalah. Have you thought of going into a bank to rob the bank?
I'm not talking about a point where I know the law
No.
forbids it.
Oh, every law that forbids, I mean, you subscribe to.
No,
None of us do.
I'm not talking about an
Coffee.
action. I'm not talking about an action that I am forbidden to do by the law. I'm talking about a moral action that.
What is a moral action? I've already said this once before, and I don't really want to spend that much time. Morality is a hoax and a fraud. No such thing as morality. Morality that the rabbis preach is one of the dooms of our day.
But everybody knows more or less what is supposed to do, what is not supposed to do. Not always they do it. The question is,
If everyone knew, then how come everyone doesn't do it?
I mean, they say a person knows that he's supposed to be polite, but he's not always polite.
How come?
But the fact that if he's studying Kabbalah,
To make it very simple, there are certain aspects that I am born with, intuitively, I would not do. Not because I would not steal a bank, not because I know it's against the law. I have never thought of robbing a bank with a gun. I never thought about it. Not because I know the law says don't steal and don't rob at gunpoint the bank. Is that the reason you haven't stolen? No.
Maybe it's a prior lifetime that.
So now, so what I'm getting into, so then there is another aspect. There is one, the intuitive, and then there is the other reason that because I've studied Kabbalah and I've become conscious of something, that now I deal with that situation. Not the situation of a bank, but now robbing on another level. I'm in business, and I know that shortly the business will go bankrupt, and I still continue to borrow money from some good friends, knowing that the business is going to go bankrupt, and so that I can siphon off as much as, even if it's not my good friends, the bank. It's not my friend. I go into the bank, and I borrow money, and I know that the business is going to go kaput tomorrow. But in that way, I can siphon off, take out a salary, continue to function, knowing good and well that tomorrow the business is going. I know it now. I've taken that money from the bank. Have you robbed the money from the bank?
Just about.
This is what Kabbalah will bring you to. Those aspects. Now, why does it bring, how do you get to the Kabbalah in the first place? There must have been some merit that brought you here in the first place. In other words, we think that, well, I decided one day no, it's quanta. Anybody who is studying Kabbalah today and taking it seriously is because of some quanta effect of something good they did, brought them here. Not everybody gets here.
Beautiful. Okay. Amazing. So let's take something from tonight class that click with our hearts and awaken something to take action. Because you know, one thing is to study and one thing is to take an action. And let's manifest, and especially this week, because you know what the Rav just told us, it's the energy of this week, you know, not to check our thoughts, to check our words, to check our actions, and to be careful. So let's connect with the energy of what Rav Ashlag give us tonight about to inject in a proactive way mercy in everything, and also to start to think in a circuit way, right? No beginning, no end, and to create that vessel that the light can reveal and give us the blessings and reveal the blessings for the entire world. So thank you everyone for joining us.